1, 2, 1, 2. Check it out.
It's the guys next door.
Check it out, y'all.
Only you to enjoy.
Yo, get live. Nobody fly it and fly ride. Couple guys from the city and you know Mac Wiles we own. Life of the party, my boy home. That smells Jones.
It's the guys next door.
Check it out, y'all.
Only you to enjoy.
Welcome back. Happy Monday. We are deep in the swing of Black History Month, doing real black things.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm
Indeed.
blackity black, and I'm black, y'all, because I'm black, y'all, and you black, y'all.
Somebody was watching CB4. Okay.
Man, listen, that I still love. That's my favorite song.
That's a great show.
What's your
That's a great
favorite song
movie.
from a movie? Keep it a buck.
My favorite
song from a movie.
Probably
Oof.
like
Oof.
Mulan.
This
Mulan? Why you said Mulan?
Sure.
What?
Disney.
Let's get down to business.
Yo, it fire tracks, bro.
They had some
Yo,
joints. They had some joints.
What's
They
yours?
had some joints.
Yo, they had joints.
What is yours? Because now I'm getting annoyed.
It would probably be my man Powerline.
Well, which one? Which one? He got like three. He got three slappers.
It was the
Stand
first
Out
yeah,
or-
Stand Out. Absolutely.
Stand Out went crazy.
Went
Stand Out
nuts.
might have did platinum in my crib. But I tell you, my favorite joint.
And what's that?
Ain't got no money.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Ain't got no friend. Or. And I am telling you.
Okay. So my joint don't count.
No, yours is garbage.
That was a
That was
fire
a bad.
track.
That was a bad choice. That wasn't even a black. That wasn't even a black.
You don't know who
voice.
sung that?
I know a white person sung it.
You don't know
Wow.
There's no black people that sung on Mulan soundtrack. Look it up.
that? I was there. I was in there.
Listen, we're not even gonna hold it. We got a special guest in the building today.
Yeah.
Came next door. Your first time here, and it's only right. It's during Black History Month to help celebrate, black creatives during our Martell collaboration.
Yes.
The head, or you the head, co-founder, creative director. What else? What else? Come on,
All-around boss.
Come
all
on.
around boss. Bang. We got Nigeria from Tier.
In the building, man.
What's up?
You didn't meet us halfway, bro. I thought you was gonna. We was trying to hype you up.
That's the money. That's the calm
That's
money
that
talk.
calm money talk.
Niggas like, yeah.
It's
It's a
business.
calm money talk. Yeah, I'm here, man. What's
Yo,
up?
listen, I've been here weak for the last 10 minutes. I can't talk high
That's
without
us,
laughing.
man. That's us. You know how it goes.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Chilling. We in the new year.
Yeah.
Facts.
Just super focused right now.
Okay.
Super focused.
Y'all
And
covered so much ground. What else is there left to do?
a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter how much ground that's covered, it's still nowhere next to.
Multiple New York Fashion Week.
Body bags.
Body bags each time.
Body
the first one was
bags.
crazy. I didn't get to go to the last one. That first one y'all did in the Bronx, that was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Outside.
We did, 3D screen.
Yeah, yeah,
That was-
yeah.
You know what's
yeah.
crazy?
Screen.
I think the first show I went to, LIU.
Really? Wait, the like one that just passed? Or the
No.
one that was-
No.
the first
No.
That was 2015.
Yes, I think that's
Oh,
the
I
first.
didn't. Yeah, no, I
That's the
didn't.
first one I went to because they snuck me in the what's it called? Remember I was playing in the basketball shit.
Matter of fact, yeah,
I was
when you was with K.
they snuck me in the intramurals, and niggas was tight like, yo, who is this nigga?
Oh yeah, he used to always sneak on campus.
Wow.
But that's a story for a different day.
Wow.
Ryan was committed to going to school.
Yes, he was.
No,
One way or
I
another.
was done. I was
Oh, you
done.
were already out of
I was
school.
done, but
I
they
was
had
getting- I was
they
getting
had
Ice
the
Cube.
basketball joint. So it was like,
Oh, you
yo,
know we love basketball.
I lived on the same street, so it was like, yo, I got you on the team. Pull up. I'm like, all right, and we killed to the point that we went to the championship, and the only reason why we lost is because they took people from the basketball team, the real basketball team.
And put them on
And
their
put 'em on
on
their-
their
I actually
intermural.
won one of those.
It might have been that when y'all had
scenarios. I actually won one of them.
Not y'all running the intramurals like
I played
like
zero
above the
sports,
rim.
Yo, legit.
The run and shoot.
I played against Coyote. He was on the team that we lost to in the
Rest
championship.
in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to God,
I
man.
won.
Facts.
Scenarios.
Are you nice?
No, I played zero sports.
Yo, they had because they had their D1 players on their intramural
I made
team.
one shot. in the whole game. At least I did something.
They were
I was
trying
about
to
to say during
they
Black
were trying
History
to get me. They
Month,
were trying to get me
there's
kicked
a few
out.
things you have to do as a black man
What's
to
that?
like keep
What's
your
that?
blackness. You have to know how to shoot a jump shot, make a layup.
Okay.
He good now. He good now. He good now.
I don't
I'm
think he
alright
got-
now.
I don't
I'm
think he got
alright
the
now.
jump shot. Jump
Oh,
shot still
jump
looks broke.
The jump
But
shot
I
is
know you can
good.
make a
Yo,
layup.
look.
My jump shot is
He
good.
has come a long way. I'll tell you this.
Boy. One thing I will say about Mac
I
Wiles.
put him with a nice trainer. He was good.
That's what I'm about to say.
what
And
I'm
it
saying.
wasn't that long.
Shout out my man
It was
Jay
like
Will.
3 weeks.
It was a not
Jay
even.
Will.
It felt like 3 weeks Mac went from not being able to dribble a basketball. He's over here filleting. I'm like, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mind you, that was
Off
just
the step.
that was just like what 2 hours of training.
Yeah, what?
Come
You know,
on,
we had
Daddy.
to get it done for the
I don't know if
shows.
you remember how to do it.
You
You remember? You remember?
a little something.
Okay.
I got a little something.
You got to know how to make a left hand and a right handed layup. You have to.
Okay.
Left
You-
and right. You ask for a
I was
lot.
about to say that's a lot. That's
Boy,
a lot.
I didn't say you have to take the contact. If no one's there and you're shooting around, I'm expecting you to be able to make a left hand
average
layup and
black
a right
man,
hand.
Let's say that doesn't play sports, but you're saying they need these things.
That you need these
They
things.
will never shoot with the opposite hand. If
Never.
they're comfortable.
Not-
It's just never gonna happen.
You see, I am left-handed, and people tell me that I should be nice.
That's not
You
true.
should be
You're
able
just
to shoot.
left-handed.
You should be able to shoot.
If you were nice,
If you were playing-
if you were playing basketball and you were
sport.
left-handed, yeah, you should be nice. Because
Well, you should be able to shoot. I won't say nice, but you should be able to shoot. Lefties shoot.
lefties should be able to. Lefties should be nice.
But you went
not
down
me.
another road. You became
went
an
down the road.
entrepreneur.
You went down another road with your hands.
You became
Champ,
an
it's something different.
entrepreneur, and that's what you did. That's what you do very well.
Yeah, talk to us about the business. Talk to people about Tier. What is it? Where did it come from? And
Yeah,
how's it
I've
got?
always wanted to know because that's something. You know, I'm not the biggest person in fashion, but I'm somebody who loves to like the study of it, especially when it comes to our black fashion. And you guys came on the scene and really punched a hole through the wall. So I really want to see like how did it start? Where was the idea? What was the inception of it?
Yeah, I mean, so Tier started when I was a junior in college,
Mm-hmm.
actually. But prior to like that, I just always wanted to have my own brand. So since as long as I could really remember, maybe from like 4 or 5 years old, probably I was like, when I grow up, I want to do 3 things. I want to get into fashion. I
Mhm.
want to get into production with like movie shows.
Oh,
I
okay.
was like super big on like anime and cartoons. I was one of
My
those
man.
kids that you cannot get out the crib to go play sports or go do anything on like Saturday.
Nerd.
I was literally inside the
Hey,
crib.
hey.
Watching
There's another
those,
one here, all
Watching
right?
those
Relax.
Saturday morning shows.
Geek.
Yo,
Jerk. Such a jerk.
nah, think about this is not serious.
He's a jerk, bro.
I'm a very unserious
jerk.
person. I'm sorry.
Nah, but it was literally just
Yo, you want to go outside and play? No. Goku just came back.
That's exactly what it was. What are you talking about? You understand how crazy
make
it was
it.
when Goku came back from heaven?
No, I
It
don't.
looked like
Which time? Why he kept dying?
Mad times.
He's a terrible
Mad
father.
times.
One, he's not a good
Y'all
father.
are gonna be mad at me because I never watched that. Shit.
One, he's not a good father.
Friends used to
He
like
kept
that.
dying on his kids.
No, nah,
And why the
he-
lady kept getting pregnant by a dude that keep dying?
Listen. You gonna be mad at him for dying, or you gonna be like he's at least he's
You died three other times.
You're not gonna win this.
How many
podcast.
times he saved the world?
mad times.
Come on now.
Mad times.
In his world, I was always good. I've never seen it. I've never seen him anywhere. He's never popped up in my life. So, like, I don't know.
Y'all had
You
the
know,
little
it is what it is.
Y'all had the little.
Nah, what
Y'all had the button-up shirt with the anime on it.
Definitely,
I
Mac did.
definitely.
Yes.
Hold on, I
Yeah,
didn't have.
you did.
I
I didn't
definitely
have that.
did. I
didn't
definitely
have
did.
that,
Mac
but
definitely
it
had
is
that.
a good segue to what I used to wear as a teenager, and it's from one of my favorite brands. So Unico.
Yeah. Shout out to Uniqlo.
They used to collaborate.
Yeah,
With,
they were like
animated shows, and
they
like
were
still,
very early. Yeah, I was about to say,
still.
but they were very early
So
on
like
with the
every
collabs.
every week a new capsule came out with different shows or like just a bunch of different
Mhm.
like characters and things like that. And I would always go there every weekend. Like, yo, I need this shirt, I need this tee, I need this. You know, but literally from the time I was like young, it was like, okay, like I only want to do a certain amount of things when I grow up. That's
Mhm.
get into fashion, have my own production
Yeah.
company, and ultimately do like management. And I feel like I've
Huh.
never been
When you say management, like manage artists,
Yeah, like
they're
but like,
terrible people.
But like, but not like only like artists, like just like
Just
like,
be able to be behind something and create. So you've
Yeah.
always had an entrepreneurial mind
No,
since
yeah,
you were a kid.
literally.
So
Used to sell the snacks, Randy.
I know I did. I definitely did. I'm not gonna hold you.
Sell snacks.
Mind you, the funniest.
All right, Nigeria. All right.
Relax.
Thought this guy was a
He was
good
always
kid.
just making money.
Thought this guy
No
was a
lie,
good kid.
no lie. I've like.
I feel like this, and also the school that you came
That's
to.
a big
you had
jump from anime.
There was a lot of at LIU. There was a lot of like other entrepreneurs. You know what I'm saying? In the neighborhood of where the school is, it's just everybody. Not that ass.
What kind of?
I mean, everything. My
I'm
mother
about to
started
say
a restaurant up
everything,
the
yeah.
street.
Oh,
like,
I thought
come
you meant in a
on.
different way.
No,
I
stop
thought
thinking
because-
there.
no, because he.
That's
all
why
right,
I
it's me.
tried to go
It's
away
me,
from
man.
that.
You know
It's
what I
me.
was about to say.
That's why I
me,
tried to
bro.
go away from what
All
you
right,
did.
bro. I'm shutting up.
But
Buddy, man.
even when you think about that, right? Like Brooklyn as a whole, it seems like it's a. It seems like it's a breeding ground for people to especially us, for Black people to kind of get up and get it and go get it. However, we got to, like, whether it's a fashion brand, whether it's, you know, starting your own business, et cetera, et cetera. And it seems like and it seems like since you were a kid, you've always had that mindset that you were going to start something your own instead of going into the workforce. So, like, what did you have any other like before you started working with Tier? Were there any stepping stones towards Tier? Were there things that you wanted to do otherwise?
Definitely. I think this is like something that I try to stress to like a lot of adults now, where like we are at that age like where we're like either having children or
Yeah.
we like plan to have children soon.
I got
I'll
two.
always say that, you know, growing up, my mom always like allowed me to like explore my creativity, you know. So I was never forced to do anything that I didn't like.
I like that.
So when I was 13, they put me in like this
Sorry. Thank you.
football camp. I did it for like 2-3 weeks. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to get tackled. You know, I don't want
I feel
nobody
the
like,
same
you
way.
know. And I was like, yo, like I don't want to do this, and I was able to not.
Boo this man.
You know, yo. But I was just able to like not do it. It's like, okay, well, what do you want to do? You know. Then I started doing karate and things like that.
Oh,
But
fire.
it was
Okay.
like, you know, I was just never forced to do anything.
You was
that I didn't-
Kamehameha.
Nah.
You never thought about it. You never wanted to hit. You never thought you could challenge.
Absolutely
every kid did
wanted
that in like
to.
school.
You never thought you could do it. You never thought you could like muster up enough. What's
Holy chi.
Chi and chakra.
Yeah.
Son, I'm not gonna hold you. There was definitely times when I was mad young
was a
that I thought
terrorist.
like the feeling that you get when you're angry, like it just all that pressure. I'm like, ah! I understand why they yelling. I'm in the house yelling. My mother's in the other room. Just shut up. Son,
That'd be me now as a grown man arguing with him. I'd be like, oh, man.
Mouse be in the room like, world, give me your energy.
I be trying to do this. What y'all call it? The
Spirit bomb. Yeah.
Nah.
Spirit bomb the
Nah,
whole
but-
apartment.
I think that's something that's super and like important for us as like adults now to know
Yeah.
to like let children like explore themselves creatively. You know, like we're not always gonna do things that our parents want us to do or act a certain way or things like that. You know, but I was never like guilt tripped or like felt so like pressed to do anything. You know, so I was always just given that freedom to like, okay, well, you want to draw, you want to do art, you want to do this, and luckily my mom was also a artist, so like that's where I like first learned how to like just draw and like just like explore different things, you know. And then just growing up in like Brooklyn, I just always had that entrepreneurial mindset of like, yo, like I gotta get it.
I
You
like
know,
that.
Like I grew up in Farragut Projects, downtown Brooklyn. You know, literally from like there is like I went to like every single school that I went to was in Brooklyn. So like that downtown Brooklyn range from
Yeah.
like PS8 to 113 to Bishop Lockland. The only school I didn't go to that wasn't
PS20.
downtown was Lafayette. That was like
Oh.
a whole different world.
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
going
yeah.
to-
Sorry, you're a Clinton Hill kid. I like
but then coming back to LIU Brooklyn, where like, okay, well now there's not this art program, but they got graphic art. So now I started studying graphic art as a undergrad, and there I'm literally like, yo, like I want to do something. I want to take this further. And at that like time, I was also just going through like a lot of personal life issues. So I'm just like taking all of this like energy and just putting it into something
Something creative.
productive. So prior to like Tier, I was already working on having a clothing brand.
Huh.
It wasn't called Tier, but it was like, you know, I'm already working to like word something. Like I'm learning these graphic skills. I'm learning how to make certain things on the.
So you were
front end.
already
So,
kind
like,
of
now I'm
working
just,
into
like,
that.
moving, you know. And then from like there, fast forward to like my junior year, like I'm meeting, cause that's so my like co-founders, all of us met in college. Like I didn't know them prior to that.
Oh, that's
you know?
fire.
Like, we all met through
That's
our
fire.
frat. So like.
Why you look at me when you said that?
Huh?
Why you look at me when you said
I'm
that?
looking at all of y'all.
Like frat.
Mouse definitely isn't in the fraternity, ladies
Yo.
and gentlemen, at all.
I'm in a fraternity.
No, you're not.
It's a band of brothers.
It is a band
It's a band of brothers
Oh man,
who be being boo.
who be
So,
being boo?
so be lax.
That's dope. So Tier started in, you said 2015?
2014.
2014.
Basically, almost 2015, because it was founded on December 28th.
Oh, like literally right before. Jesus
2014.
Christ, right on
That's
the
like-
teeth
That's like 3
of
days. ago.
2015.
Yeah.
So like,
That's 14 though. You get 14.
Yeah, I'm
correct?
about to say I'll give you 14. You since you have the founded date on that. So, and I'm of course you guys have been in business for years now, and you guys have been doing
just
amazing
celebrated 8
work.
Years.
8
Just
years.
celebrated 8 years.
Damn.
Come a long way, man.
Come on. So what was your first and I'm asking as somebody who's I got a daughter right now who's trying to start her own business, and you know there's
She's not trying. She's doing.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
my bad.
don't
I'm
play
not.
with
She's
it.
not
Don't-
trying.
Don't play with it. Not that
I
one.
will never play
Not
with
that
her.
one.
Sorry.
Don't play with it. Don't
my
play with it.
daughter,
Don't play with it.
She has a book club, Tristan's book club, and she
Tell the people where they can find it.
you can just go online, tristansbookclub.com. Tristan's Book Club. Make sure that you go check it out. She's on Instagram. Go buy some books from her, the whole 9 yards, please. Provide for
I
my.
get all my I get all my
bit.
reading from
Yeah.
Tristan's book club.
But seeing how business is structured, I know they always say like that first year of business, virtually you never make any money. So like, what was some of your first big financial lessons from starting this business?
Good question.
I mean, one, I think it's the mindset of how you go into it. I didn't go into it expecting to make thousands of dollars first year, millions of dollars the first year. I just knew this is something that I'm passionate about, just something that I like wanted to do my whole life, and I'm literally have people that's all like around me that support what I do. You know,
Fire.
so it's like the momentum is gonna come as long as the work effort is there.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and I think now, like especially seeing some of the entrepreneurs of like this day and age, I think it's everybody looks for super fast,
a quick dollar.
like,
Everybody's looking for a
turns,
quick
success,
dollar.
things
Yeah.
like that, and I'm looking at like, okay, well, our like first year in business, we only made a couple $100.
least you was
Probably
in the green.
probably the same. No, it was the same couple $100 that we spent. So that's not green. It's
not red, though.
But it's still, And then prior to that, I mean, after that is like our first, I guess, couple thousand was like 2017, but that was like $7,000 for the whole year, And then
At least you could get Medicaid. No, y'all gotta look at the silver line.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
I
all
got
right,
a
all
silver
right, all
line.
right.
Definitely.
Jesus Christ.
but it just
Could have got an Obama phone.
It just goes from these different growth eras to like having one box of inventory that was everything to like then to 2019 where that was the year where I left my job teaching, but that's the same year that we also made six figures. And then I'm like, at the end of that year, I'm like, yo, like I just left my job. We did 6 figures this year. I'm super focused. Next year, we got to do 7.
So when you say you make 6 figures, how much of that as an entrepreneur, and it's 3 of y'all, 6 figures, that's split between 3 of y'all, or did that go directly into the business?
it goes to the brand, like even like prior to that, all the like money we were making, like we still had our own jobs, like we still.
So
were
then when you
being
leave
regular.
your job, how do you sustain yourself?
So when I left my job, I was already
And you left in 2019.
2019 June of 2019.
Right at the end of the school year.
Right,
Yeah.
because I was
Is that when y'all did that big?
because I was like teaching.
Yeah.
Is that when y'all did that big activation, like on the rooftop?
Yeah, we did the
Yeah.
That was the festival.
Yeah,
you did.
that was our second year doing that festival.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, mind you, so all the money that the brand is bringing in is going back to the brand, and I think that's what a lot of people like should know is that like you literally have to reinvest in a brand in order to even think about taking something from it, right? So from 2017 to 2019, I'm teaching, I'm like working, you know, and it's like everything that was like accumulating is still everything goes back to like brand, even to the time where I like quit. I quit, but the brand still couldn't pay me. It didn't have the money to pay me.
Of course.
So luckily, I was doing other ventures. So I was having my like pool party every like year.
Yeah.
That brought in money, and I had knew like eventually I'm gonna leave this job or something has to like give. So I was saving.
You had to step out on faith.
Saving money. So I was like, hey, like I have this amount of money saved. I have this brand that I'm trying to build and focus on. Something got to give. And knowing me, I'm not gonna let anything that comes up not be kind of like trolled if I can do it. You know. So I was literally just super focused. And then in 2020, prior to 2020, I was like, yo, like we have to make 7 figures next year. We didn't know COVID was going to hit. We didn't know anything was
definitely
going to
didn't
happen.
know COVID was going to hit the way
But
it did.
luckily, like, and for like me, I say that was kind of a like bittersweet sweet year because we did do the 7 figures, but it's during the worst year that
in
that's
America.
like it's literally during the worst year that we've experienced
Yeah.
in our lifetime, right? After
9/11, all of that stuff.
It's
yeah.
something that lasted.
Yeah.
Other stuff besides.
We've seen. I'm about to say we've seen a lot of stuff
bro,
during
we've
the
seen a lot.
pandemic
Like,
fall.
we've seen 9/11, we've seen anthrax, we've seen so much.
But I'm
things
saying
throughout the year.
specifically during 2020, we've seen a lot of stuff, a lot of businesses just kind of fall and
Absolutely.
falter.
Yeah, that's
But
what
you
I was
guys-
gonna ask you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how does it feel to be in a place? Because I'm an entrepreneur. I tend to just, if I like it or if I love it, I want to just make it work.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with failing because I know I'm gonna get back up and I'm gonna keep work. But everybody doesn't have that. So especially in a time like COVID where things are getting shut down, not just small mom and pops, like big
Like
brands,
big companies,
like big companies
stores.
are out of business now, and to see yours still up.
But
and
say, hold on,
running and-
because you guys opened a store not during pandemic,
it's
but
still,
right
it's
after.
pandemic now. Like we can really like let's
Yeah, it's still.
it's
But you
still
guys-
and
you
he
guys
opened
opened
a
up
store in at the
a
Beverly
full-on
Center,
brick and mortar
in,
at the
in
Beverly Center.
Hills. Like,
Legendary.
shit that I used to go to Beverly Center as a kid. Like when I used to visit California. And every celebrity, and to know that my friend has
Son,
a
you
store,
know- you
that's
know-
not the
Hey.
Louis, the Gucci, the Prada, all that stuff.
You
like,
know, I got
That's
me
on the
and my
same
little
floor as
brother.
them, too, though.
Yeah.
Same
You on the
floor.
same
On the
floor?
same
On that top floor?
That's on the same
Yeah.
floor as them, and it's.
You know, I got pressed by Suge Knight at the Beverly
I
Center,
bet
but
you
we're
did.
not gonna talk about
Why
it.
not? Why?
not
Why
gonna talk
are we
about
not gonna talk about
We're not
that?
gonna talk about it right now. We're not gonna talk about it
I'm
right
upset.
Yo,
Terrible.
Catch you on a
I'm
bonus
upset,
episode.
You won.
nah, but yeah, I think it was like literally during that like year, like 2020, it was definitely like that bitter like sweet year because it's like okay, well, I literally manifested something, and not only I feel like a lot of things when it comes to like manifesting things is like you also have to do the work to get it. Like
I agree. I
it's like,
agree.
you just can't say something that's gonna like happen and
Right.
not do the things that
You're not gonna be able.
It,
You
like,
you
takes-
you have to put the work in because
yeah.
you know what's the good word? You know,
Faith without works is dead.
talk about it. Talk about it. So
Definitely.
I think what Ryan was trying to say before was, you know, as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of times that that we feel like, yo, we don't got it, or this can't work for me. Do you have any like tips for those people who like, I guess are reluctant to even jump into this entrepreneurial field?
I mean, honestly, those type of questions has always been hard for me personally, only because like I've never lacked like confidence. I've never lacked confidence. I've never lacked faith. I've never lacked, what it takes to get something because I don't think anything is gonna just come to me.
True.
And I feel like a lot of times people just think
They
things
think
magically happen.
like it's supposed to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, people think things magically happen or that they're like deserving of certain things and granted, we all feel like we
Deserve the world.
to like deserve everything, but it's like, okay, well, what are you gonna do to get what you say you want? You know, and I've always been in that like space of whether things work out, whether things don't work out. Like I do what I love every single day. So I'm willing to go through the like motions. I'm willing to go through the like hurdles. And trust me, like I have terrible days.
We all
I
do.
also have great days. You know, but I don't have days where I feel like, you know, I'm not doing the right thing.
Talk about some of those terrible days. I don't think people hear about that enough.
Especially as an entrepreneur.
As a black young entrepreneur,
Or just in this age of Instagram, you
only see people
only see
whose
the
highlights.
positive.
Yeah, you only
You only see the
highlights.
positive, and if somebody passes away or something.
Yeah. So what is
I think one thing towards that, and this was a quote that one of my friends told me last year, because a lot of times, like now, we are in that age where people feel like they should go on Instagram or like social media and share like their failures and things like that. And granted, if that's what you really want to do that. But a lot of times, people expect you to share your failures when you don't necessarily have to.
True.
Well, nobody want. Yeah,
Where-
I'm not sharing no
where-
failure.
because it's like,
I'll take my L's and
Yeah, like,
you
thank
know,
you.
like
Imagine me. Hey guys, didn't get the gig.
But in a sense, though.
What are they supposed to do with that?
No, but in a sense, though,
Matt
if you
praying
were
hand
to,
emojis?
if you were to say it,
Yeah.
you can always there's a way of saying something negative where it sounds really negative. Then there's a way of saying something negative where you can spin it to being positive.
To
A lot
just
of people don't
more
have the courage or the
influential, yeah.
energy to make something negative and write it into positive. I feel like if something negative happens in my life, it doesn't even have to be posted. I can talk about it or post it.
Yeah, you can talk.
But say like, all right, this is gonna make me better. I know what to do. With
I
this.
feel like that's what podcasting is for. Podcasting is space because the thing, L is so nuanced, right? And everybody has these like quotes about it's not an L, it's a lesson. It's not a loss, it's a lesson. No, it's a loss. You lost. You lost.
Just
bro.
don't do it again.
You might do it again. You might take
might,
so.
and-
Yo, this is not my first podcast. I've been blessed
We know.
that
You're here
I've
now.
been blessed that everything in podcasting I've done has been successful. But what I did with He-Man Woman Hates Club pales in comparison of the earth we've been breaking with Guys Next Door.
Yeah.
Right?
But it takes.
But there was an L in the transition, right? If I sat here and be like, it wasn't no L, it was a lesson. What'd you learn? I don't know. Like no one ever has
No,
the lesson
but-
from
but-
the L that's supposed to be a
It's
lesson.
an L, but it took you to keep going.
Exactly.
But I'm pretty sure that there was things that you learned. Like learning things means that shit that you will literally never do ever again, right?
not to work
Like-
with.
Like,
Right.
It's like
I mean, yeah.
I know
How to work with
if
people
I-
now
if
versus
I-
before.
If I worked with like this person and this person can like attribute it to the failure of this brand or this podcast or this business, I may not want to work with that person ever again.
Or work with a person like that person.
Yeah,
ever
or work
again.
with a person like that because now you start understanding people traits. You start understanding patterns. You start like seeing things prior to it like happening. So now if somebody does something once, it may have took you 3 times to get it, where it now only takes you once. You know, so like I am a like true believer that there is like lessons learned in every L.
1,000% agree.
Like yes, given it's still a L, but I don't look at it as like, damn, this is a L. I'm a like failure, this and that. I look at it as okay.
But you might- sometimes you gotta take that.
This is an L. I'm gonna hold that L,
Yeah.
but I also know what I won't do ever again.
Yeah.
I also know
Who I won't fuck.
yeah, what I like learned from it, or literally just who I won't deal with again. You know,
like
and
that.
like
Yeah.
I think that's like especially important when it comes to even like having like friends or like family and like business.
My
a lot
biggest
of times we
thing-
try to be like
My biggest thing in regards to that is just Instagram ain't the place unless that's your content. That's the
Right.
scary
And
part
that's what I'm saying, like-
about it, right? Because you only got but so much to catch people's attention. I'm not interested. If we didn't do this, I wouldn't have no Instagram. Like if it wasn't, I don't want to be up there. Oh, I gotta post a picture because you know if you don't post a picture, then you out the algorithm, and then they ain't gonna see your clip, and then you gotta post a reel because then the reels get pushed to the top.
Tell me about
I
it.
want to fight every day. I post Instagram. The easiest thing on Instagram is I get to post Jay-Z lyrics. That's all I care about. Everything else, I really dislike. Outside of like, for me, like I hate having to have a page. I would love to just not have a page, but be able to go on Instagram and see like, okay, this was okay. I like the way this dude put this fit together. Oh, this okay. Maybe.
Oh,
I
so
should
you
get
want to
my
be
art.
Hove? You want to do the
But
Hove
you gotta realize
thing.
now that
Heard you.
like Instagram is a lot of people's resume. Some
That's
people
a
don't
fact.
even make
But that's
resumes
all,
no
that's
more.
all they got.
That's a fact.
You know,
For creatively,
But we come from.
Hold on, not
we-
even just that.
but
Like
the way
you
we-
talk about,
just in- no, I
even
mean,
in-
and like general, like yes.
but to your
That's a
both of y'all point, if that's your resume, I ain't never seen nobody put a L on their resume. I never seen nobody
yeah,
have
never.
a resume and be like, yo, I be late to work this many times. This
But-
dude fired me.
But the
But-
thing
but-
is,
but hold on,
now,
but-
I'm saying,
but
now,
now-
keep
now
your
you can
L on
because,
Instagram, get a
because
podcast.
we're inside the era of transparent
But don't get a
posting.
podcast. Hold on. Don't get a podcast.
please,
I don't care.
No.
save the
Do your thing.
recording equipment.
Don't
please.
do. We don't listen.
Listen. I promote
We need
doing your thing.
podcast equipment reform. It is too easy to get podcast equipment. This is my camera, Joey. It is too easy to get podcast equipment. We need the PRA, the podcast. No, we need the NPA, National Podcast Equipment Association, and we need to stop. People just got microphones. They're yelling into the microphone and spitting. They're not making sentences make sense no more. They're just saying words that they found. Submission. That's it.
Submission.
That's all they
No,
He
but
just
but
did
hold
everything
on.
he said people do it.
Everything.
But to your
Submission. And you'd be like, what?
But to
where we
your
going?
point, I think that nowadays, especially, mind you, I'm only speaking. I can't say that I'm speaking from experience because the only other job besides acting that I've ever had was working at my dad's barbershop. But I have heard.
Must be nice, Wayne, brother.
I'm just saying. I have heard at
I have heard it's crazy.
during these interviews and stuff that they ask you like, what is your best?
All of us.
Yo, Ryan is so stupid. Yo, Ryan. Ryan said, I've heard. Must be nice. With the peasant. Mac over there talking about, I've heard that you brokies, you actually go sit in front of someone and then try and sell yourself.
No. I'm what like in these interviews.
Matt,
they,
what would you think how do you think you would do on an interview? Like
I was
something
about to say,
drastic
listen,
happens and it's like, Mac, you have to go.
Auditions are interviews like times 10, dog.
Yeah,
So
but you
it's
get to do it
crazy.
in front of like a green screen. You get to curtail your interview.
Now.
Yeah, back in the day.
Back in the day, you go in
yeah.
front of a group of people like, hi, go ahead, jump in front of us and tell us, do your, right now, go.
Yeah, now it's at home.
Now it's at home
because of
of
COVID
COVID. But
stuff.
right
before you had to
before
go
that,
in there.
you
Hello.
got to go in there
How you
in front of
choose to
people,
come-
shake hands.
So you got to tap dance.
I got to tap dance in front of the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, all right, step and fetch it.
Absolutely. Listen, it is
Nah,
what
but,
it is.
but to go back to failures, like
that's why I was gonna say, like, you know, in interviews now, I hear that they ask, like, yo, so like, what's your best quality? What's your worst quality?
And that's dumb too. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you my worst quality. You know my worst quality? I'm an overworker. I take work home with me.
But I feel like, but it goes back to what you're saying. I think that's what people are doing on Instagram. Like they're using those quote unquote L's to show that this is my.
I mean,
this
I
is-
feel like a lot of people when it comes to L's and it comes to Instagram now, they like to show them just to be like, I'm a regular person like y'all. Like I take these
Exactly,
L's and
exactly.
back up.
But like
I like that. I'm sorry.
That's the
I like
main
that thought
point that I
process.
was like getting at because it's like, why should you have to feel like that? And that goes back to my like point where like one of my friends last year he told me, you know, like I have wins, I have losses. I'm gonna post my wins. I don't need to share my losses for like people to feel comfortable with who I am. You know,
to feel
and
comfortable
I think
with
a lot of
my
times
wins.
people post their L's. A lot of times people that are in certain spaces or just have a lot of accolades or certain things, they post their L's to make other people feel like they're a
regular person.
Yeah,
Well, that's really smart.
They're like a regular person. Not to say that it's not, but if it's not you, you shouldn't do it.
Well, it is you because it's your loss. It's really smart if you're selling something to like come down to like the buyer's POV,
Hey,
right? Like
I'm just
I'm
like
a
you.
regular guy. Like Max said, hurt. Imagine that. I'm not buying nothing from him. He just told me he never been on an interview. I'm not buying nothing from him. I'm not buying a tie. I'm not buying nothing. But if you tell me, hey, but if Matt get up there like he does, and he'll get on his live or he'll say and he'll discuss like, I didn't get every interview I went on. You know what I mean? That's why I was saying before. There's so many nuances to failure and loss that it's hard to try to encapsulate it and really like articulate it on Instagram.
But that's
I
why
think that's
I
for
think-
long form content.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Instagram is the place you should only put You're winning because if you keep posting your L's on Instagram, you have to keep doing that.
But you got to.
And that's my thing.
Y'all got to look at it like this.
Like my thing is that
entrepreneurship
it is different from people that just do it because they really care, like, to like do it. But there's people that do it to say, oh, hey, well, I see people posting their L's. Maybe I should post mine too, so that people can relate to like me more.
As an
and things
entrepreneur,
like
you
that.
take L's.
Yeah.
Like,
So
no, exactly.
but you have to show that type of stuff because everybody's gonna think that you're just an overnight success. You got to show like nobody can tell me they have no losses, even if you don't post on Instagram. Because I'm like, why have I not seen your brand for the past 10 years and I've known you for 15?
No, there's
You've
people
taken
that's-
L's, so I want to see that type of
Yo,
stuff.
you said it to somebody, say you're a bad friend.
No, but I want to see that everything's not perfect because everything's not perfect in an entrepreneur world. Like
But
it's
the
just
thing
not.
is, but the
That's
thing
true,
is,
right?
It's
the
not.
thing is,
'Cause you're not going to tell me like you take no
Yeah.
L's and I see
They
you
know
take
that.
L's.
Tell me the truth.
And I'm an entrepreneur. I know things bad
Tell
happen.
me the truth. Is the hardest part about being an entrepreneur?
Not getting know when you getting paid.
No.
Hardest
I'm,
part.
No, I'm dead. I'm being dead serious.
Right,
It's the
so-
hardest part about being an
I
entrepreneur.
was being dead ass too.
spelling entrepreneur.
Jesus. Throw this microphone at fucking.
That's second.
Sorry.
That's second to the check. Because when you,
Sorry.
Because I heard, and the only thing harder than that is saying it.
saying
Because I just heard him get trained entrepreneur.
no.
Have your own business.
No, listen.
No.
Listen,
Entrepreneur. The first time I seen it, I said, "What this mean?"
somebody say this for me.
Somebody say, and then there's so many. There's functions of the word, right? So there's entrepreneurship, entrepreneurial. Why did you give it an adjective? You didn't have to turn it to an ad.
make your own job.
just go
Yeah,
go to
you
work.
going you solo. You're doing
Go
your
to work.
thing. But when it comes to that stuff, like I said, like I have found myself falling into these some businesses that I love, some businesses that I hate, some partners that I don't like.
And as your one of your close
Let me
friends,
finish
I
that.
don't
I'm
even know that.
Let me finish my statement though, before I forget. No, I'm saying?
Go.
Thanks. So I have fallen into stuff that you do know, you just don't pay attention to it as much as you can. Because
Okay.
I tell you stuff like, yo, what's going on with this? It's you know these they
It's
don't know how
this
they
and
don't know
it's
how
this.
to.
Nobody's
But you're
doing
not
it.
going too deep in it. But in my mind, it's an L for me because I'm putting my passion into this. I'm putting my service into this business, and it's never always gonna work out the way you want. So when it comes to my L's as an entrepreneur, I want people to sometimes notice stuff like, yo, look, it's not easy because everything in this world ain't easy. And when you go out there and you think that, oh, I'm gonna be a designer, I'm gonna be a rapper, I'm gonna be whatever, open up a store, and you think it's gonna click like that, it's not. And reality is, if you go on Instagram and you see everybody's wins, you're gonna catch way more losses thinking that you're never gonna catch an L.
True.
Because
That's a ball.
everybody's stuff is always, I'm getting this award and I'm doing this collab and I'm doing this. And it's like the average person doesn't know them 10 years you've been putting behind this brand to be like, I am successful. Every overnight success is 10 years that you don't know
At
about.
least.
So
At least.
when it comes to that, people on Instagram that are just growing up and just getting out the house and seeing only wins, it's gonna really, I don't think it makes you better by only knowing wins on Instagram.
Well, I think that also in general that people are gonna think whatever they want to think at any given time. Also,
Facts.
I think
It don't matter what you
that's-
say.
No matter what you say, what you do, people are gonna think what they want, feel how they feel, judge how they judge. That's just the world that we live in. That's just how people move. I think what's more important is to feel good and to feel filled in the things that you do, right? Because the average person with common sense should know that nothing comes easy.
True.
Honestly.
But you know a lot
But-
of you about to say, but you know
Common sense
nowadays
is not common
common sense is
at
not
all.
common. It's
That's
not-
true, too.
It's.
I mean, I think you gotta-
You know what? It's funny because one of the things that I realize is with anything that you do in this business, you kind of have you need either a team, somebody to kind of lean on, just when those L's happen. So I want to ask you a question, and I want to ask Rod too, because you are the entrepreneur of our squad for real. Who is your team, like, or not only who is your team, but like, is there a mentor or somebody that kind of guides you business wise to let you know like this is good, this is bad, like who's your Morpheus type situation?
I think more recently I've just started like taking like mentorship. Like I've always been inside of a space where I feel like if I'm like confident in what I'm doing, whatever comes with it, whether it's good or bad, I'm like, that's just what like happens. But more recently, when I got to different like spaces, right? So like after the first time tier made like 7 figures, and then also being in like space of not only making this money but now managing this money, because that's the part that like we had to talk about too. Making money, managing money, paying people, you know, taxes,
all of that stuff.
knowing what's a write off and what's not a write off,
Everything.
everything.
Hey, shout out
So
to
things
Louis
that-
one time for the one time.
So like things that you don't think about when you just literally want to be
You just want to
creative,
do what you want to do,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like now it's like all these extra layers where even when you have a like team, right, you have to not only worry about your own well-being, but the well-being of your team.
Of your team.
Making sure that they're good, making sure once again whether you're having a good day or a bad day, you're coming in with that energy for them, right? Because your team could be mad all they want. You can't.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to have this energy where it's like, okay, like I'm still the head of what's going on, and I have to move and act as such, no matter what I'm going through.
Yeah.
Whether that's personal, professional,
All of that.
anything, you know.
Yeah.
But more recently, within these last 2 like years, with like everything that's just how the brand has like been growing and things like that, you know, I find the people that I can speak to are like people that have been where
Been where you've been.
I'm
where
at
you're-
now,
Yeah.
you
Or
know,
where you're going.
or like where I'm like going, or like people that literally don't want nothing from me but just to check on my mental health. You know, and I think that's a super big thing, right? Because I have friends that hit me up, they're like chit chat, and then they're like, "Yo, bro, you know that." This and that.
You think you can
know?
send me?
And then I have friends that literally they don't ask me for nothing. They literally don't ask me for nothing but how was your day? Did you eat? Are you taking vitamins? You know, are you taking a like break? Are you getting sleep? You know? And I think for most entrepreneurs is that we are always
got you.
No, I
Yeah,
have a
it got
stuttering
you.
problem. That's
It
the
got you.
difference.
It got
That's
you.
the difference.
All right.
The
all
word
right.
don't-
Listen, we can
Yo,
blame it on whatever.
Miles said
It
this
almost
word.
got you.
Bro,
Jesus Christ.
All right. Entrepreneur had you in a chokehold for a minute.
entrepreneur is an easy word to spell because I have a festival that's Entrepreneur
Entrepreneurship
Festival, so I
Festival.
have to know how to spell entrepreneur.
Spell it right now.
Bro, ENTREPRENEUR.
Damn.
The only reason I'm gonna go with it because I don't know how to spell it off the top of my head. So he might be right.
I have a festival that's called Entrepreneur Festival.
He got you. He got you.
But
It's
to
all right.
your
It's all right.
question, Mac,
But-
do I have mentors?
Do you have like the team,
No.
or do you have a mentor or somebody?
I have friends that I consider mentors.
I don't think I have mentor friends when it comes to a lot of my friends are creators and they're creatives and they do their shit, and there's only certain things that I'll say our conversation. Oh my gosh. Whatever. There's only certain things that I can have conversations about when it comes to that, when it comes to their business, because I'm not a creative.
Right.
I'm not. Like
You don't
I
think
can't-
so?
No. I don't. When it comes to having like a talent of making something, creating something,
Okay.
that's just not me.
There's nothing there
So-
that makes on. Okay.
So when it comes to the people that I would want to be my like big bro, like
Mentors.
mentors and stuff, I feel like it's a lost art. And I feel like for us in our age, like all the dudes that had mentors growing up, they didn't mentor anybody.
Nope.
And when it came to us, they just let us do what they want.
They let
I
us
do
to
agree
dry.
with I do agree with mentorship being a lost art.
It
And I
definitely
say
is.
that mainly because like all the like people that I talk to about what I go through are not in like fashion.
They're not.
Like they're not in fashion.
And when you wanted to get into fashion, was
You
there
know?
somebody like, yo,
No.
come over here, come to the studio?
literally
we didn't
everything
have that.
I had to figure out. Like I
But
didn't
people
go to
above
school
us
to
had it.
I didn't go to school to make clothes or
Do you
like
think
sign
there's
things like
a
that.
Do you think there's a miscommunication between mentors and people that need mentoring?
What do you mean by that?
So, like you said, like I just heard you say the mentor that you do have or that you do interact with aren't in fashion.
Yeah, like I have people.
And so, if people who need mentorship, if they're only seeking out mentors in these like boxes, right, in these like specific niches, could they be missing the opportunity to be in a space where they could be getting mentoring just from someone who might specialize in something different?
Absolutely, but I also think that it depends on where you are also, right? So for me, like I like wanted to learn more about, how to like budget better or how to like plan out things properly, or because hey, marketing. I have a master's in marketing. I know how to do that shit inside my sleep. You know, designing. I've been designing since I was young.
Yeah.
So that's also something that comes fairly easy to me. But like when it comes, and also like I know how to make money. I've been making money since I was 15, 14 years old on my own. You know, but now once again, there's a difference between knowing how to make money and manage money.
And managing money.
There's a difference between knowing how to manage money and how to allocate money, how to budget, how to
Even
save,
how to grow your money.
how to grow your money, right? And it's like these are like where now for me, I reach out to people that are like, like, hey, like, can you give me some financial tips, or can you give me tips on like what makes sense to pay people for certain things, right? Because there's been times that I've overpaid people for a long period of time, and probably times where I've underpaid people, But all of this is a learning process because once again, if I had a mentor from young, who knows, I probably would have been like better at it.
knows?
But hey, I didn't start looking at these things until I made over 7 figures.
And I feel like that's our
for things like
generation.
this,
Our
and it's like a lot of
generation
times we have to figure things out first
Yeah.
to get to a point to even ask for like something,
Whereas
right?
before in the earlier ages, like the puff days and all of that,
Like, you
could
didn't have
be a
to get to those things
You could
yet.
be a young intern and they be on some like, oh, I'm gonna put you under my wing. I see something
Yeah.
in you.
So now, like, imagine how somebody that's able to do something for their self now feels when they seek mentorship. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I like want to seek mentorship, but I've also been able to accomplish this much on my own. So you have to be giving me something valuable.
Valuable, yeah. It has to be worth my time.
Like
now.
it just has to be worth it because you're not helping me reach this pinnacle that I probably once needed help with.
Yeah. Okay.
So now you're helping me like understand this realm. You're helping me understand this world that we're in. You're helping me navigate in these spaces now. And so now that means you have to have somebody that has that like experience. That has literally been in it probably 10, 20 and like longer,
To wrap this up, you like you said, we've been in the business now for 8 years. You guys just celebrated 8 years. Congratulations again.
Appreciate
Congratulations.
that. Thank you.
Congratulations on knowing how to spell entrepreneur.
Yo, nah.
No, but and I think the easy question here would be like, what do you see in the future for Tier? But knowing you're an entrepreneur and knowing that entrepreneurs don't stop, like they keep going, like there's always more. What's next for you? Like you've accomplished so much with Tier. What's next on your agenda as an entrepreneur? Like what else do you want to do? Do you want to do?
Yeah. A lot. I think it's funny because Mouse started off the convo where it's like, like you've like accomplished so much and things like that. And it's like, for like me, I feel like I'm just touching the tip of the iceberg. Like it's not even like nowhere next to what I want to do or what I'm going to do. And I know for like me personally this year, like right now I'm in the process of like firing myself from a lot of tasks and a lot of things, because it's been a while where like,
You've had to wear so many
like
hats.
ran and still run so many different aspects of the like business. One that's not good for mental health, that's not good
And it's not sustainable.
for like, it's not sustainable and it's not good for growth.
Yeah, true.
And so even like earlier, I just hired our first social media agency to like handle the Instagram, the Twitter, everything. Because I'm like, like I can't post every day or come up with captions that may take 2 hours or like answer people DMs all the time.
I mean, just do
things like
Hove
that.
quotes like Mouse.
Sorry.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
don't do that because then I won't have nothing to do.
Yo.
Please don't do that.
But yeah, like
I feel like that's the only thing I have.
like right now, currently, like I'm just in the like space of one, like not like only scaling Tier, but just focusing on like other things that I like want to do in life. So as I mentioned, like I want to get into production and management and things like that. I want to open up a creative hub soon.
I like that.
What are you saying? I was the
I
next
like
person
that.
in the model. You said the next campaign. That's
Oh,
what you-
He said he wants a model.
Why you sound
Hold on,
like
go
that?
ahead, go ahead.
Time out, why you sound like that?
Here we go.
Why you sound like that?
bro?
Hey, Rod, hit your camera. Hit your camera. Show him the face.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hit
You got
your
it on right
camera.
now. You
Hold
got it on right now. Go crazy.
Hold on, look.
Go crazy.
Damn.
Hey.
Hit him.
Hey.
Don't play with me. Stay with me, baby.
Yo,
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
nah, but yeah, like I'm just in a
Nigga
like
said nah,
space.
but
Now you really not gonna hire Rod to the next
Nah, Rod-
why
Rod-
God Next Door ain't never did one?
Rod's gonna be his up.
Why we never did? Why like we?
runway. I want to do a
Alright.
runway. I think I got
We
it.
gonna set up a photo shoot for all of y'all.
I love
No,
it.
I don't like the way he said that.
No,
He said it like he
no.
tired of
No,
it,
we
like,
gonna set up a guys next door photo shoot.
Nah, son.
You gotta be
Wait
ready.
to the whole quote. Wait to the whole
Yo.
quote. I'm wildin'.
Yo, Mouse is not satisfied. Mouse is not satisfied with nothing. Yo,
Nope.
he's never satisfied with nothing.
And not like the way that happened.
Yo,
All right, fine. We'll do a whole guy next. Why we gotta do a specific guy next door shoot? Why can't the guy next door just be the focal point of the regular shoot? That's all I'm saying.
That's pretty much
But,
what he said. You know, it's
no, that's not what he
fine.
said.
Yo, oh
he
my
said he giving us
gosh.
something simple. No, that's like when the kid act too crazy and you just put them
no, you
in the
getting
other
your
room.
own exclusive photo shoot.
Why we gotta be exclusive?
Oh, so which one
Why
it
can't we
be?
be amongst everyone else?
All right, cool. So we gonna put
But
you
just
among
put us in the middle.
No,
Put
we
us around
go.
them.
We go and sprinkle y'all in now.
Nah, not me.
He said,
Solo.
not me.
First of all, I don't know if you noticed this guy next door. You can't sprinkle us nowhere. We theirs. You try and shake that salt pepper to break. Wow.
Yo,
Lord.
All right, but before you get out of here, please tell the people how they can support the brand Tier, how they can follow you, follow the journey, be a part of the journey, get the clothes, all of that.
definitely. You can follow Tier on Instagram at tier_NYC. You can follow Tier on Twitter at shoptier, TIER.
Not gonna lie, Tier be trying to spell Tier, be tearing me up sometimes too. I mean, I before E except for after C.
Oh my
But this
God.
is a T.
And make sure you check out our website, shoptier.nyc. Super excited to announce that this year, hopefully, I'm bringing back our Entrepreneur Festival.
But we be bringing back the spelling.
And also like focused on this new foundation that Tier starting called Art Never Dies Foundation.
I love that.
Strictly focused on providing resources, mentorship, and overall just opportunities for up and coming artists, creatives, entrepreneurs. Just basically giving people the things that we didn't have when we were coming into this, you know. And I think that's super important for not only us and to what we do as Black-owned brands, companies, and like platforms. Just being able to give back and being able to be that light for these people, you know. So yeah, make sure y'all follow that Entrepreneur Festival.
Got your ass again.
And Art Never Dies Foundation.
Got your ass again.
Yo.
Entrepreneur 3, Nigeria 1.
Entrepreneur Fest. Man.
Yo. Son,
No, but we
doing
thank you for coming next
Yeah, I
door,
appreciate
pulling up
y'all.
with us, man. Celebrate. We definitely gonna celebrate you, everything you got going on. And celebrate just being black during Black History
being
Month.
That's the best part.
That's the best part. Being black during Black History Month gotta be the best part of anything ever.
You know, it feels good. I mean, it should be Black History Year.
They about to say, knowing that we
way more
can
than a
make
month.
Black History Month every month.
That's a fact.
Every month.
That's a
you
fact.
Know, shout outs
but
to
you know, it feels good to be black during Black History Month.
It should smell better. I really think the world smells better during Black History Month. It do. It just smell like wave grease, all of that.
The good wave grease,
Good
though.
wave grease.
Yeah.
But on that note, in the meantime, we'll see y'all next Monday right here. Peace.